It's a common stereotype in Hollywood that child actors end up having trouble growing up into functioning adults. Many of them wind up in the tabloids for doing things such as abusing drugs or being provocative or even getting arrested. It's understandable why many child actors have trouble transitioning into adults, considering that they've been judged their whole lives and are constantly pressured by society to remain in a state of perfection. They usually end up feeling that they don't owe it to anyone to remain innocent, and they're not necessarily wrong. However, if there is one child actress that has gracefully grown up into such a composed and calm human being, it's Zendaya. Throughout her 12-year-long career, she's transformed from a high-pitched Disney kid to an Emmy Award-winning actress and a style icon. In this video, we're going to be telling the story of Zendaya and understand her unconventional yet strategic evolution from Disney princess to Hollywood royalty. Let's get into it. Zendaya Coleman was born on September 1st of 1996 in Oakland, California. Her father, Kizimbe, is African American, and her mother, Claire, is of German and Scottish descent. Both of her parents worked as teachers, and in the summers, her mother picked up an extra job as a house manager for the California Shakespeare Theater. Zendaya would help her mother during these summers and fell in love with the art of theater. She soon began studying the craft herself and starred in numerous stage productions, such as Richard III, Twelfth Night, and As You Like It. At the age of 13, Zendaya was scouted by a Los Angeles manager and began going out for jobs. She appeared in numerous commercials and was even a performer in a Kids Bop music video for the song Hot and Cold by Katy Perry. All these small jobs would eventually lead her to be cast as one of the main characters for the Disney Channel show Shake It Up. The show followed the wild adventures of Rocky and her best friend Cece, played by actress Bella Thorne, as they scored jobs as dancers on a local dance show. Shake It Up was an immediate success with Gen Z audiences, becoming the second highest rated premiere in Disney Channel's history. Following the show's major success, Zendaya joined season 16 of the competition show Dancing with the Stars. She became the youngest contestant to ever participate in the show, and it was a good way of exposing her to an adult audience without doing something drastic. Zendaya unfortunately didn't win the show, but she did make it to the final night as runners-up to Derek Huff and Kelly Pickler. Later that year, Zendaya did what most Disney kids do and switched her focus into music. She released her self-titled debut album on September 7th of 2013 under Hollywood Records. The album was mainly a collection of electro-pop songs with R&B and hip-hop influences. Unfortunately, the album didn't perform well, only peaking at number 51 on the Billboard 200. Zendaya never released another album after that one, and in future interviews about her music, she seemed to hint at some type of contractual disagreement that spoiled her love for the music industry. Zendaya switched her focus from music back to acting and returned to the Disney Channel to star as the title character in Casey Undercover. Zendaya additionally served as a producer on the show and demanded changing key elements, such as making the show about a family of color and changing her character's name from Katie to Casey. Up until that point, Zendaya had pretty much steered clear from any type of controversy and was rarely in the tabloids. But it wasn't until the 2015 Oscar red carpet, where she wore a Vivienne Westwood dress with faux locks, that all of that would change. This is because of comments that host Juliana Rancic made about Zendaya's locks on an episode of Fashion Police, where she stated that Zendaya looked like she, quote, smelled like patchouli oil and weed. Zendaya responded to Juliana in a well-crafted Instagram post post that both denounced the ignorant comments and educated people on why she wore the locks in the first place. She said in part, quote, "My wearing my hair in locks on an Oscar red carpet was to showcase them in a positive light, to remind people of color that our hair is good enough. To me, locks are a symbol of strength and beauty, almost like a lion's mane." Following the end of her show KC Undercover, Zendaya started transitioning into more big-budget adult projects, such as starring as MJ in Spider-Man Homecoming, as well as Ann Wheeler in The Greatest Showman. She was praised for her acting in both of those projects, but it was really when Zendaya began starring in the HBO drama series Euphoria that the world would really get to see her acting chops in full action. The show takes a realistic look at high school students through their experiences with sex, drugs, trauma, and more. Zendaya plays the main character Rue, who's a struggling drug addict, and during the first season, she has so many standout scenes that are incredibly moving to watch. She even won an Emmy last year for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series. Since then, Zendaya has done nothing but continued acting in serious projects, such as the self-produced romantic drama Malcolm and Marie, and just recently, the big-budget sci-fi film Dune, which also features Timothée Chalamet. Outside of her movies and television shows, Zendaya has been able to build a reputation as a style icon with her memorable fashion looks. Whether it's the yellow Valentino gown she wore to this year's Oscars, or the emerald green Vera Wang gown she wore to the 2019 Emmys, Zendaya and her stylist La Roche continually craft some of the most iconic red carpet looks of this generation. Interestingly enough, her stylist La Roche revealed in a 2020 Paper Magazine interview that at the beginning of Zendaya's career, a lot of big fashion houses were not really interested in dressing her, and so La Roche had to build her style identity using emerging designers. It was only in recent years, when Zendaya started doing big budget projects and being on the cover of high fashion magazines like Vogue, that all the big brands started to come and ask if Zendaya would wear them. Since then, Zendaya has been the face of so many luxury brands, such as Lancome, Bulgari, Valentino, Dolce & Gabbana, and Tommy Hilfiger. Through all of her success though, perhaps the coolest thing about Zendaya and her career is that she's always championed the idea of using her success to create spaces for Black creatives and give them an opportunity to thrive in a system that often overlooks them. She explained her plans for the future, telling InStyle magazine, quote, "Other than becoming a director, my dream is to create my own things. I would love to make films that allow space for young up-and-coming artists, writers, and filmmakers, because especially with Black talent, it's not a lack thereof, it's a lack of opportunity. I'd like to give those opportunities, partner upcoming filmmakers with different writers and mentorships, connect them with the actors they want to see in their films, and create those special bonds, and make sure they get paid and taken care of." Zendaya is just a cool celebrity. There's no better way to put it. She has step by step maneuvered her career in such a way that deserves a lot more respect. There's never been a gossipy headline with her name attached to it, and it's refreshing to see an actress with such an influence over Generation Z take being a role model so seriously. Zendaya is undeniably the it girl of Hollywood, and it'll be an absolute delight seeing how her career continues to blossom and flourish in the future. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, it would be forever appreciated if you liked, comment, and subscribed. To be notified when a new flashy video is up, feel free to hit the bell button after subscribing. For more pop culture content, make sure to follow Flashy Magazine on Instagram. That's all for now. Thank you guys again for watching, and we hope to catch you at the next video real soon.